Friends, myself Divesh Patel. We have started the first chapter of 12th Science Mathematics Relation and Function. In the last two videos, we have discussed the definition of relation, we learned the types of relation and done some examples. Let's start with this example of exercise 1.1 question number 5. So that relation R in the set of real number defined as this element A and B are related if A is less or equals to B square is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. As we have to prove that this relation neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive, we are going to prove this by giving one counter example as if this relation is satisfy all the condition of reflexivity, symmetricity and transitivity, then it must be satisfied for all the elements of real number. But as per the question, as we have to prove this neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive, we have to give one example for which this relation is falsified. So for the reflexivity, let's take an example. Let 1 by 2 belongs to set of real numbers. See, 1 by 2, half is a real number. Now, if I want to check that this pair is in R or not, okay, that is 1 comma 1, sorry, 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 belongs to R. If it belongs to R, then it must satisfy this condition. So, if we apply the condition 1 by 2 less or equals to 1 by 2 whole square, okay, so that will give me 1 by 2 less or equals to 1 by 4. Over here 0.5 and over here is 0.25, which is false. So this relation is not wholes for element 1 by 2. Therefore relation R is not reflexive. Now for transitivity, sorry, after reflexive, let's disprove the symmetricity. For symmetricity, let's take two elements from the set of real number. Let 1 and 2 belongs to R. And by the definition of symmetricity, we know that if relation is symmetric, then for xy belongs to R, yx must belongs to the relation. That's the definition of symmetricity. Now, as for these two elements, if 1 comma 2 belongs to relation, then it must satisfy that 2 comma 1 belongs to the relation set R. Okay, so for this one, let's check. As we have taken this pair, does this pair satisfy this condition or not? Okay, so 1 comma 2 belongs to R, that means 1 is less or equals to 2 square. Okay, as per the relation is what? A and B are related if A less or equals to B square. Over here we have considered that 1 comma 2 are related, it means this must be true. And see, 1 is less or equals to 4, that is true. That is 1 comma 2 belongs to R. Now if we invert the place, that is 2 comma 1, is it in the relation? Let's check. So again apply the definition A comma B such that A less or equals to B square. That is A is now 2 less or equals to 1 square. 2 less or equals to 1, that is false. So for this pair 1 comma 2, the symmetricity of this relation is falsified. So R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. Now the third property that we have to check, we have proved that the relation is neither reflexive nor symmetric. The last portion is we have to prove that the relation is not transitive. So for transitive, let's take two pairs as per the definition of transitivity, that if for x comma y comma z belongs to the set, and if I have find two pairs x comma y in the relation y comma z in the relation, that it must apply that x comma z must be in the relation. Okay, so according to the definition, we are taking two pairs which satisfy the definition of the relation. Again, see, the definition of relation is what? A is less or equals to b square. According to that, let's take three numbers. According to the definition, let's take three real numbers. Let 3, 2 and 1.5 belongs to R, and I'm making two pairs. 3, 2 belongs to R. We can check 3 is less or equals to 2 square. It's true. Second pair I'm taking 2, 1.5, which is also true, as 2 is less or equals to 1.5 square, which is 2.25. So these two pair are satisfy the condition of relation. Now if we merge these two, that means 3, 1.5, does that pair will satisfy this relation? Let's check it. So we have proved that 3, 2 belongs to the relation, 2, 1.5 belongs to the relation. We have to check that 3, 1.5 is in relation or not. Okay, so let's just apply the definition of relation, which is 3 less or equals to 1.5 whole square, which is 2.25. 3 less or equals to 2.25, which is not true. Okay, so we have proved for these two pair 3, 1.5 is not in the relation. Therefore we can say that R is not transitive. So we have proved for this question that question is relation is not reflexive, not symmetric, nor transitive. Okay, let's go with the second question. Okay, here's the second question. Second question says that give an example of a relation satisfying this condition. Okay, you can take any set regarding to that. Condition is that that particular relation on that set is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Do listen. Whenever you have this kind of question that you yourself have to form a relation satisfying the given condition, then take simple example that will give you clear understanding. Okay, so let's start with the question. I am taking set A is equals to 1, 2, 3. This is a set from which I am taking the elements, and I am defining relation R directly in the roster form. Okay, so for these three elements I am defining relation as I have to make symmetricity. Symmetricity says that if I have x, y in the relation, then y, z must be in the relation. Then and then the relation is what? Symmetric. Now let's take pair 1, 2. I am taking this pair in the relation 1, 2. By the definition of symmetricity, there exists pair 2, 1 in the relation. Okay, so for this pair there is this pair which is symmetric to pair. Okay, and for this particular pair we have 1, 2. Okay, now I am finishing my relation because I have to form a relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Okay, see the relation is symmetric, yes, but by the definition of reflexivity, for all the elements of A in the relation there must be 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 as well. Then and then I can say that my relation R is what? Reflexive. So as per this, R is not reflexive. Now transitive. Transitive says that if I have x, y belongs to R, y, z belongs to R, then it must apply that x, z belongs to R. Now see, 1 comma 2 is there, yes, so I have one pair regarding this. 2 comma 1 is there, so I have one pair regarding this. So 1 comma 1 must be in the relation, then and then I can say that the given required relation is what? Transitive. But 1 comma 1 is not in the relation, that's why this relation R is not transitive. So this particular relation on this set is symmetric but not reflexive nor transitive. Okay, let's approach with the second question. Second question says that we have to form a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Okay, so let's go with the same set. A is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3, and I am forming the relation according to the given condition. I have to form a relation which is only transitive, so I am making one pair 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. According to the definition of transitivity, I must have two pairs for the transitivity such that the third pair in the relation. See, 1 comma 2 is my xy pair, 2 comma 3 is my yz pair, and 1 comma 3 is xz pair. So this relation is transitive. Okay, now again repeating the question says that we have to form a transitive relation only, nor reflexive nor symmetric. So I am closing the relation. See, for this particular relation there is no pair for which each element of A is related to itself. See, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 1 comma 3. So this relation is not reflexive. About symmetricity, if 1 comma 2 over here, 1 comma 2 is there, for this one there must be 2 comma 1 in the relation, but you can see 2 comma 1 is not in the relation, so this relation is not symmetric. So this particular relation on this set is only transitive, neither reflexive nor symmetric. Let's approach with the third question. Okay, the question is we have to form a relation which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. I am taking same set again so that you are clear from that. Taking any set you can form any relation according to the given condition. We have to form a relation which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. I am taking same set again and forming the relation in the roster form. 1 comma 2 comma 3 is the set. Now the set must be reflexive. See, whenever you tackle the question, see which type of condition we have to satisfy and which kind of condition you have to falsify. Okay, I have to satisfy the reflexivity. Reflexivity says that all the elements of the set must be related to itself. So 1 must be related to itself, 2 must be related to itself, 3 must be related to itself. Now for the symmetry part, take any pair 1 comma 2 and make its symmetric part 2 comma 1 and finish the relation. This is the definition of reflexivity, and this satisfies the definition of symmetricity. If 1 comma 2 is there, then 2 comma 1 is there. Okay, so this relation is reflexive and symmetric. Now for the transitivity we have to prove that this relation is not transitive. Okay, for transitivity we have to take two pairs in this order: x comma y belongs to relation, y comma z belongs to relation. Okay, such that x comma z must be in the relation, then we can say that the relation is what? Transitive. Okay, now if you just observe, for these two particular pair, 1 comma 2 is for x comma y regarding that, 2 comma 1 is regarding to the y comma z, and 1 comma 1 is regarding to the x comma z. So this particular relation is transitive also. So our example for this particular condition is not correct. So we just interchange the pair such that the relation will satisfy this condition. Okay, so we are removing these two pair. See, a trial and error method will always give you the correct answer. Okay, so next relation I am taking as I have to prove reflexivity, these three must be in the relation 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Okay, now for transitivity I am taking two pairs 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 3. Okay, 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 3, and also we have to prove this is symmetric relation, so 1 comma 2 must be there and 3 comma 1 must be there. This correct the relation. Okay, now check that this is reflexive, symmetric and not transitive. Let's check it. These three pairs will correct the definition of reflexivity, so this is reflexive. For this pair we have 1 comma 2, for 1 comma 3 we have 3 comma 1, so this relation is what? Transitive. Now I have these two pairs 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 3 for the transitivity. It means that it applies that 2 comma 3 must be in the relation, then and then I can say that this relation is transitive, but 2 comma 3 is not in the relation. Okay, not in the relation, so this relation is not transitive. Okay, according to the same approach I am giving you this question that form a relation which is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric as a home task. Take a screenshot if you want to and try yourself. Same condition, form a relation which is symmetric, transitive but not reflexive. I am giving you this also as a home task. Take a screenshot if you want to and try it yourself. Now again I am taking the equivalence relation, as this relation will lead to one most important portion of this chapter from which 1 mark question must be appear. That portion is partition of set. Partition of set. Okay, so first we again introduce the definition of equivalence relation. A relation R is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If any relation satisfy these three conditions, transitive, any relation satisfy these three relation, then that particular relation is called as equivalence relation on the set. It means if I have set A and R be any relation on that set, and if R is equivalence relation then on set A, then we say that R is an equivalence relation on set A. Okay, now the next main part of this particular idea, that equivalence relation on set leads to the partition of the set. That is, equivalence relation will give you disjoint subset of set which we call class of the equivalence relation. What it means to say, if a relation is equivalence relation, then it further leads to the partition of the set. It means it breaks the set into the disjoint subset, and that particular disjoint subset we are calling the class of the equivalence relation. We are denoting the class of the relation as class of A or A bar. It means class of all those elements of the particular equivalence relation which are related with element A. Okay. I think we have to take one example so you are very much clear with the partition of the set. Okay. I have taken this 8th question of the exercise 1.1, which says that we have to show this relation on this set defined by this is an equivalence relation, and this further question we are approaching after that. So the given set A is, okay, sorry for the disturbance, where we are approaching for this question that for this relation on this set is an equivalence relation. We are just first we prove, then we approach with the further question. Okay, the set A is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and relation defined on this set is A, B such that positive difference of A minus B is even, right? The modulus give you always a positive value. Okay, so first we form the roster form of this R according this the set. Okay, so R is equals to start with the 1, okay, and apply this definition. Which element of the set, which two element of the set will apply this condition, will satisfy this condition. Okay, so if I take 1 and 2, the difference will be odd. Okay, I have to take just positive difference, so no matter one is smaller or bigger, there is no concern as the positive difference is there. Okay, so 1, 2 I'll get the odd number, so 1, 2 will not be the pair. 1, 3, yes, 1, 3 is 2. 1, 4 not possible as odd number, difference is odd number. 1, 5, yes, 1, 5 will be there. Then we approach with the second element. 2, 3, is it possible? 2, 3 will give you 1 as a difference is even. We need the difference is even. So 2, 3 will give you 1 which is odd. So 2, 3 will not possible for the relation. 2, 4, yes, 2, 4 will give you even number. 2, 5 is not possible. Okay, 2, 5 will give you 3 which is odd number. Let's approach with the third. 3, 4 will again give you odd number, so not possible. 3, 5 is possible. Let's approach with the 4. 4, 4. 4, 5 will give you odd number is 1, so 4, 5 is not possible. Also, if we invert the place, will again give the even number. It means 3, 1 is also even number, 5, 1 is also even number, 4, 2 is also even number, and 5, 3 is also even number. Yes, I think this is clear to you now. Now, if I take same element, it means if I take 1, 1, the difference is 0 and 0 is even number. Yes, so 1, 1 is also satisfy this condition. 2, 2 also satisfy this condition. 3, 3 also satisfy this condition. 4, 4 satisfy the condition, and 5, 5 satisfy this condition. Okay. Now, for this, one can observe or you can prove by the approach method. We are observing and then we are go with this question. Okay, so if you observe this roster form, for each element of the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all are related with itself. So the relation is what? A reflexive relation. I have shown you how to prove the relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitivity. Take one by one example and you can prove it. Okay, I'm just observing over here as we have to approach with the next further question also. Okay, so the relation is reflexive. Now the transitivity, sorry, not transitivity, let's go with the symmetry first. For the symmetricity 1 comma 3 there must be 3 comma 1. So over here I am denoting it this way. For 1 comma 5 there is 5 comma 1. There is for 2 comma 4 there is 4 comma 2. For 3 comma 5 there is 5 comma 3. So this is symmetric also. Now if you take any two pair according to this condition x comma y and y comma z, you always find x comma z belongs to R. Okay, just for our knowledge, just for to understand that this relation is transitive, we take any two pair according to this condition. Let's take 1 comma 3. So next pair will be 3 comma something. Let's take 1 comma 3 and is there any pair? Yes, 3 comma 5. Yes, 3 comma 5 is there. Yes, so the transitive property will give you 1 comma 5 and that must be in the relation. Let's find 1 comma 5 in the, yes, 1 comma 5 is there. So you can take any two pair regarding this condition and you will find the third pair which proves this relation is transitive also. So this relation is equivalence relation as it satisfies all the condition of reflexivity, symmetricity and transitivity. R is an equivalence relation. Now as we just studied what is the further property of equivalence relation, the equivalence relation will partition the set. Partition the set. It means now we observe for 1 there is element related to 1 is 3. For 1 element related with the 1 is 5. 3 5 5 1 5 3. If you observe this pair is odd number pair, odd number, both are odd, both are odd, both are odd. Now if I take 2, this is 2 and 4, this is 4 and 2, 2 and 2. So if my first element is even, the second element is also even. If my first element is odd, second element is also odd. So I can take this set as set A is what? 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5. Now as R is an equivalence relation, this set must be partitioned into disjoint set. Okay, so let's just observe that 1 is related with 3 5. Okay, 1 is only related with 3 and 5. Okay, so I am taking make them in set. So 1 comma 3 comma 5 is set. Okay, one set. 1 comma 3 comma 5 is one set, is as 1 3 1 5 and these three element are in relation. Okay, so odd number are in relation. Same for the even number 2 4 4 2 2 2 4 4. Only even numbers are in relation. So I am making the pair of that element 2 and 4. Now observe all the element of this set I am taking as A1, I am taking as A2. All the elements of A1s are in related and all the elements of A2 are also related. But if you cross connection them, if you just find that any element of if you just find any element of A which is related with the element of 2, you will never find any such a pair in the relation. Okay, so these two sets are the partition of the set A. Okay, so this proves the partition condition of the equivalence relation. Now the question says same thing, so that all the elements of 1 comma 3 comma 5 are related to each other. They are related to each other. All the odd numbers are related. The difference is even. each other, and all the elements of 2 comma 4 are related to each other. Yes, we have proved that 2 comma 4 are even number and they are only related with the this set element, and but no element of 1 comma 3 comma 5 is related to any element of 2 comma 5. You can observe no element of set A1 is related to element of A2. So these two set will partition the set A, and these two are disjoint. One can observe one intersection A2 is phi, and also as they are partition and they are disjoint, if you unite them, if you union them, if you take union, you will get the set A again. This is the idea of the partition of the set. I think you are clear with the partition of the set. Okay, thank you.